Welcome to Orange County's Kitchen. I'm Celeste White, and with me today is Luann Duncan, and we're talking today about Listeria. Luann, what is Listeria?
It's just another one of those great bacteria that keep growing in all of our food, and we keep hearing about it in the news.
It's not a good bacteria, though,
Oh,
is it?
it's one of those bad ones that will make us pretty sick if we're not careful.
And how would we come across it in our everyday foods?
Well, basically, if we aren't cleaning our fruits and vegetables well enough, lately there have been instances where melon has been a really big issue. They've also had some recalls recently on foods that have already been made with spinach in them. The thing is, it can grow on any of our produce. So we have to make sure we wash it really well, and then we also have to make sure that after we've prepared it, that we put it in the refrigerator. You don't let it sit out on the counter.
Right, and so washing really well. You don't really even have to get special washes, although
No.
you could, but you just wash it with soap and water or just water?
Just water very
Rinse it
well.
off, rinse it
Very well. And then time, how long you store it in the refrigerator. Listeria is one of those tricky ones that's growing in the refrigerator faster than the other bacteria.
Oh.
So the idea isn't to keep your produce as long as you can.
And we're
Eat
not
it
going to see
fresh.
it or anything. We're
You
not going to see
cannot
it.
taste it, you cannot smell it, you cannot feel it, you just get really sick from it. The ones that you can smell and taste will make you sick, but not as sick as the ones that you can't.
And does cooking get rid of it? Or
Cooking can kill it, but it depends. If it's grown too fast, it's grown into a toxin, and you can't cook that out either. So it's just better to eat your produce fresh and keep that going. And don't try to store things for a long period of time.
a long period of time would be more than a week, or it just
I'd say
depends
2 to
on-
3 days for fresh
2 to 3
produce,
days.
and it stays in the refrigerator.
Oh my goodness.
And if you have anything growing that slimy stuff on the outside, wash it off really well, or if it's something like green beans or zucchini or something, just throw it away.
Yeah, and I threw some green beans away last night. So we're going to make a recipe.
Yes,
right?
we are.
What are we making?
We are going to make sure that our deli meat is heated. So
Okay.
it's chopped up and it's going
Okay.
into some olive oil.
And this looks like chicken or turkey.
That is deli turkey. And then we're just going to saute it with some vegetables. We've got some zucchini, some tomatoes.
And I'm doing this because of Listeria, but it shouldn't have it, or does it? This prevents it.
The bacteria around us live among us every day. So there might be little bits of it wherever we are. And if we have issues related to health, we could get sick from things that other people might not get as sick from. So the whole idea is that if we cook it, we're more likely going to kill it. However, we can still eat raw foods. I'm not saying you never eat raw. Just eat it as fresh as you can raw.
So I have used zucchini, and I have used onions, and I'm using tomatoes, and now some garlic.
Fresh thyme and garlic, and I'm
thyme and
going
garlic.
to bounce a little bit of wine in there.
A little bit of wine. Now the alcohol is going to burn off, I guess.
The alcohol will burn off, and no, it will not kill the Listeria in there. That's in there for flavor. It's a little bit of an Italian dish. And so we already have some already sauteed and ready to go over here.
Okay.
So basically I toasted some slices of French bread, any kind
Let
of
you
bread.
take over on the stirring.
Okay.
Okay, so
And
now
then-
we have toasted French bread, and this is the already made
Mixture.
So this is crostini, which looks like a little bit like bruschetta.
Right.
And so I'm going to place this on the bread carefully. And
And when you get those on top, then we can put a piece of cheese.
doesn't that look, and my hands are clean. I am touching it, but we are going to be baking it. Well, that looks tasty.
Then after you get that ready, you can do a whole tray full. It's nice if you're having company because you can have things pretty well assembled and then just put it in the oven for a few minutes. Or people are going to like it. Make sure you have a couple pieces per person.
And we have some already made, don't we? I'm
Yes,
gonna
we
finish
do.
it off with the cheese. And this looks like it's provolone.
Yes, it is. And this is what a whole tray that's been made.
Will look like that one's not too good. Oh my gosh.
And you
this
just
is like
put
an
it in the oven,
appetizer
yes.
or a side dish, really. It has so many
Right.
vegetables in it.
You can
It
have
could
it
be
with
a
a
side
pasta.
dish.
Pasta.
Okay, that looks so good. And of course, you know I have to taste it. Luann, thank you for being here today and
thank you.
teaching us about Listeria and making crostini. Can I have a little taste?
That's good.
We'll see you next time in Orange County's Kitchen.